Best of luck with that.
Now, many of us take our ability to read and write for granted, but there are still millions of adults who struggle with basic literacy.
16% of the adult population in England, that's 5.2 million people, are classed as functionally illiterate, meaning they struggle to understand unfamiliar text and would fail a GCSE English exam.
Well, a further 1.7 million adults in England have literacy levels below those expected of an 11-year-old. And in a recent survey of adults who struggle with literacy, 60% said that poor reading skills had negatively impacted their job prospects, which has meant more people signing up to educational classes to help themselves.
I want to be there for my son when he's doing his homework. I want to be able to help him as well.
It's something every mother should be able to do. But for Sabbath Seth, who left school early after becoming pregnant, not being able to read or write means she's lacking the skills to help her son. By enrolling on an adult education course, she hopes simple tasks will soon become less of a struggle.
You need to calculate, you need to read, you need all that every day. I think it's a good idea to come to adult classes. I think it helped me. In the beginning I was a bit shy and kind of scared, but it was okay.
Well, Karen Woods became an author after improving her literacy on an adult learning programme, and she's here today with Sue Southwood from Adult Learners Week. Karen, if we turn to you first, I know you struggled at school with your reading and your writing, but that went on to impact quite badly, didn't it, in adult life? Just tell us what that was like on your job prospects. And
obviously, when you struggle with reading and writing, it limits you when you're going to find a job and things like that, so it just really and don't speak about.
Did you find it difficult at school?
I love school. It was more like a youth club. I wasn't there to learn. I was there to mingle with friends, so it didn't really bother me that I was struggling with different lessons and things like that.
But it did affect you when in your adult life?
Yeah.
So I find it phenomenal that more than 5 million people can go through school without being able to read and write properly, and then they continue into adulthood like that.
Yeah, it's that they can't read and write confidently, and I think that's the key, really. You need to be confident in your skills to be able to use them every day and to be able to get better jobs and to be able to succeed in life. But it is a shocking statistic, and it's been like this for quite a long time.
So where does the responsibility lie? Is it with schools or is it with parents, perhaps not reading to their children and encouraging them to enjoy stories from an early age?
It's all of those things. Parents do play a key role in their children's education, and if you're not confident in your literacy as an adult, then you're not going to be confident to support your child to learn. But talking to Karen just before we came on, she said something about you weren't ready to learn when you were at school, and I think that's really important. At school, you're told where to go and what to do at any one particular time, and you're not always in that place.
It's your choice then, isn't it?
Absolutely.
But, was there a turning point for you, Karen? I mean, what was it that suddenly made you think, I'm going to go for some tuition and improve those skills?
It started off quite funny for me because the trains again come into the office and said, you know, like, would you like to learn? My first initial thing was, I'll have a bit of a skive out of work. So
You've been a bit of a skive, haven't you?
So when I actually walked through the classroom door, I half expected my old teacher to be there saying, oh, I knew you'd be back. But once I actually got through the door and started learning, it was like, wow, why didn't I do this years ago?
You're an author now, aren't you?
I am, yeah. 7 novels.
7 novels?
7 novels.
But clearly that's a phenomenal change. But just talk about reading and writing or improving that has made life just a bit easier for you.
It is, because even reading newspapers and things like that, you get the full facts. You don't just like skim through it, look at pictures, things like that, and make your own stories up. You can have more of a conversation when you know what's going on and things like that.
7 novels. You're a great example of how you can turn your life around like that. Thank you so much for sharing your story this morning. Lovely to meet you both. Let's take a look for you.